Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Various Stages of Growth podcast, where we talk everything nerd related movies, TVs, toys, comics, gaming. We talk about all of it. Right off the bat, I want to apologize. It's been a couple weeks. Life gets in the way. Me and Will had some stuff going on. Weren't really able to fit in any time to record. So, first off, apologies to you guys. Thank you for sticking with us if you're still there. We appreciate all the support. As always, thank you guys so much. A little bit different show today. Going to be a little bit short. If you listened previously, first off, thank you. I was at New York Comic Con this past weekend. Awesome event. I went all 4 days. Great event. Lots of stuff to buy. Lots of stuff to talk about. We're going to cover all that in a different show once Will gets back. But I just wanted to pop in. We're going to do a little bit of a haul video, kind of talk about some of the cool stuff I bought, a lot of exclusives, a couple autograph pieces, and we're going to kind of run through these quick so you guys can see what a lot of these booths were offering. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start with a couple smaller pieces. First one was a Diamond Select exclusive, which is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Minimates set, which does come with the DVD of the movie, if from, I believe it's 1996, 95. Don't quote me on that one. Look, growing up, I love this movie. I still love this movie. It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite Power Rangers thing ever done. So you see, you got all the different Rangers: the White Ranger, Red Ranger, Yellow, Pink, Blue, and Black. Awesome little kind of VHS kind of slip case. I just thought these were cool. Anything with that movie, I have to pick up. These are super cool. Keeping it with Diamond Selects, they had, this is probably their biggest exclusive. They had a few. They had a Boba Fett statue, which ran, I think it was $200, limited to 1,000. That one I passed on. Just $200. They didn't want to spend it. Also, don't really have room for it, and I have plenty of Boba Fett stuff already. I really don't need much more between Black Series, other statues, Funko Pops, plenty of Boba Fett merch to go around. But one of the cool things they did have was this piece right here. So this was pretty much their biggest exclusive. It's their Thrawn Jumbo Kenner figure in the retro packet, in the retro styling. Comes in the complete plastic packaging. I believe this was limited to 750, maybe 850. Don't quote me on that, but it was pretty limited. It was one of their big items. It was kind of the thing everybody was going for at their booth. You saw people grabbing them up daily. There you see the rest of the line that they have. They do these figures kind of periodically. They've done prototype ones in the past with different costumes. I know they released a Mandalorian this year. There was a concept art Vader, which might actually be on here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's that first one over there. But this is the Thrawn. You see he comes with the little blaster. Same thing in the retro Kenner styling. Super cool piece. Anything Thrawn is going to be highly collectible and is going to be something people go after. I've loved Thrawn for a while, whether it's going back to the Timothy Zahn novels, you go back to the stuff he does with Rebels. We know, I mean, we don't know, it's not confirmed yet, but I'd say it's 95% he's going to show up in the Ahsoka show. So this is super cool. I had to grab one of these. Also, one more thing that they had at the Diamond Selects booth was a piece that I honestly wasn't expecting to find because it's from a couple years ago. I believe it was a 2020 exclusive from, I want to say, San Diego, and it's another jumbo Kenner figure. It's the prototype Boba Fett. This one has been sold out for a long, long time. You can see he's in the all-white prototype costume, got your blaster, got your rocket that goes into his backpack, kind of, reminisce of the rocket firing Boba Fett, which is one of the most legendary toys of all time. Like I said, this was a 2020 exclusive, so this one's been sold out for a while. Somehow I got super lucky going to their booth. I went there on Thursday. It was actually the first booth I hit, and they only had two in stock. One lady in front of me grabbed one, and I grabbed the other one. Super happy to have this. It was something I didn't expect to have. Something I'm super happy to find because it's a piece that I've liked for a while now. So I was super happy to add this to the collection. So that was Diamond Selects. Always an awesome booth. If you ever get a chance to go to any of these conventions, check them out. They always have super cool exclusives, a bunch of statues and figures. They also usually have a bunch of upcoming designs. I took a ton of pictures about those. Maybe we're going to post them to the Twitter. Maybe do a video about them, kind of recapping the entire show floor once Will gets back, which should be in a couple days. we'll talk about all the cool stuff that they have coming up. But give a follow to Diamond Selects. Check their site out if you haven't. They kind of run the gamut from Marvel to, Star Wars. I mean, even deep cut things like gargoyles, which is super cool. So they do a lot of great work. The next booth that I hit, this was also on Thursday, was Super 7. Another amazing booth, tons of exclusives, tons of upcoming product, tons of product that's already out, some upcoming lines, whether it's Thundercats, GI Joe. Again, I took a ton of pictures of all these. We'll post them to the socials if you want to check them out. Maybe we'll do even a video, like I said, recapping all of it. But one of their exclusives, and I thought this was a cool little figure. Bruce Lee reaction figure. You see him with the nunchucks, kind of in the nunchucks packaging. Just a cool little figure. I think this was, I want to say $20. It was super cheap. I just thought it was cool. Love the way it looks. Love that the card has no punch anywhere, which is always something super cool when you find that in stores or something. So I thought this was a kind of a cool idea. So that was one, and then one of their bigger exclusives was the Ninja Turtles Ultimates, Muckman and Joe Eyeball. If you have no idea who these people are, they are deep cut villains. They've been in the show. I remember them from the animated series. Let's crack this one open and see what it looks like. So they did release a regular version of this figure because this is the con exclusive one. It's a little bit different. What this one is going to be, this one's going to be a glow in the dark kind of variant. They've done this before with some of their figures, whether it's I believe it was Baxter Stockman was the one from, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. So you see, super cool packaging as always. Awesome colors on this. Love the box. And then if you lift this up, there's going to be your figure. You can see them in the different coloring as opposed to the retail one, the one that regular released. You see he's got different coloring on the pants and the shirt. Whole figure glows in the dark. The hands glow in the dark. The Joe Eyeball figure is also there in the trash can, also glow in the dark. Super cool variant. I was happy to pick this one up. This was, to me, this was their standout piece coming from their booth at New York Comic Con. Thought this was awesome. There you see the back of the box. Really, really cool. I think even the graphicing on the side of the box, you can kind of see the slime. Even that glows in the dark, which is super cool if you're an inbox collector, which Will and I have talked at length. I am. So this is going to look awesome because you're going to get the glow from the figure. You're going to get the glow from the box. Awesome figure. And Super 7 always does a good job with their stuff. And again, they had some cool stuff coming up, whether it was G.I. Joe, whether it was even their Thundercats line is amazing. I mean, even their Power Rangers line looked really, really cool and was something I kind of wanted to almost made me start collecting those. But, Will and I talk all the time. You gotta kind of trim where you can and not overspend on stuff. So I don't need to start collecting Super 7 Power Rangers toys for $60 a piece. But awesome booth. Let's see, what else do we have? I only picked up 2 comics at the show. As always with any convention, especially a big Comic-Con like San Diego, New York, there's a ton of variant comic books from different artists, different booths, and honestly, most of them are super limited. A real pain to get unless you want to run there and have it be the first thing you buy, or you want to kind of throw elbows with a bunch of people who are there trying to resell or whatever it is. So I was only picked up 2, and they're kind of 2 simple variants, but they both came from a booth called the Comic Mint. Check them out. Always awesome variants. Great stuff going on over there. But the first one is your Action Comics foil variant. Now, look, I know some people are against reprints of older comics, kind of just changing them up for, selling purposes and, things like that. But this is a comic I'll never be able to own because I'll never be able to afford it. So I thought this was super cool. You can see it's kind of got that foil metallic look to it. Really cool reprint of obviously one of the most classic comics of all time. And then the second book also came from their booth, and that's another reprint. As you guys know, Detective Comics, first appearance of Batman, but this one also done in that foil kind of tooling to it with that metallic cover. Again, another book that I'll never be able to buy because I'm not ponying up millions of dollars, and even if I could, I don't think I would. But awesome covers that I'm just happy to have in the collection. And with that foil look to it, they're going to look awesome on a shelf, whether they're displayed or wherever they're going. Really cool stuff. So that's the only comic books. Like I said, overall I took it pretty easy this year. Not as much stuff as I've normally bought, mainly because I can't be bothered to wait in line for things, or I didn't get into the Funko booth, which I have some stuff coming from their website. So when that comes in, I'll do maybe a review on those figures, kind of go through some of the stuff I bought. But overall, a smaller convention, not in size of convention, but just kind of the things I spent money on this year. Next up, we're gonna get into something that was kind of unexpected, and I didn't really expect to buy because it was something that I wasn't really familiar with. And this was Mischief Toys. Um, Really great booth, great people over there. I talked with them for probably about 15-20 minutes, kind of just about doing a podcast and kind of what their experiences are, and really great people over there. So they had an exclusive. It's a vinyl figure called Ghastly. You can see this one limited to 400, and the box is signed, which is always awesome. This box is great, by the way. The quality of the box, the design of the box. And then if we open the figure, I'll give you guys a look at what it looks like. Let me get this out of the box real quick for you guys. So here we go. Here's the Ghastly Gargoyle figure. That's what it looks like. Awesome little vinyl collectible. I love the design of it. The quality is amazing. It's actually got some weight to it. Really, really awesome piece. You can kind of see that speckling in the design, kind of making it look like that stone gargoyle-esque figure. I love the way this looks. I was super happy to grab one when I saw it at the booth. And then something cool that they did was they had a kind of a secret variant, if you will, of the same figure. So what they were doing was 400 of the regular one, like I just showed you guys, and then they had one that was limited to 250. And the way that you were able to purchase this figure was actually super creative and awesome. What they did was they put cards into the boxes of the original one. So when you bought the original one, you opened up your box, and if you had the redeem card, you were able to buy the variant. So I was able to be one of those people who was able to buy the variant, which you could see is limited, like I said, to 250. Comic-Con exclusive sticker in the corner, just like the other packaging. But you can kind of see the coloring on this one, a little bit different. You got the red going through it, not just the plain gray like the other figure. And then when we open this figure up, I'll show you what this one looks like. Like I said, awesome packaging. Little message in there you can kind of see talking about setting them free. So let's open this one, and I'll show you guys what this one looks like. So as you can see, same figure, completely different design. This is their breaking free one, I believe is what they were calling it. You can kind of see the red cracking. You can see the yellow in the horns. Really great looking figure. Awesome piece. Something I was super happy to get when you open that box. And I also believe this one is blacklight reactive. So I've seen people posting online pictures of this with a blacklight, kind of making this red really pop, the yellow really pop. So these were two awesome figures that you can see from Mischief Toys. If you don't know who they are, go check them out on Instagram. They're doing great things over there. Give them a follow. Really cool figures, and stuff I'm happy to keep buying going forward. So I was super happy to get both of these. So that's really it for exclusives. I did pick up some clothing. This t-shirt that I'm wearing came from the Marvel booth. There's also another t-shirt that's the same t-shirt with the villains on. It's kind of got the Brotherhood of Mutants on there. Those I'm sure you'll see me wear in the next couple weeks. I mean, I'm already wearing this one. Also picked up a hoodie from the Bait booth, which was a Sinister Six hoodie with Doc Ock all over on the back. Bait, another cool company who's always doing kind of awesome, comic book collabs, whether it's clothing or shoes. They do really good stuff over there. Just it's hanging up in the closet. I didn't go get it to show you guys, so sorry about that one. The last two pieces I want to talk about are two pieces that they're still toys, not exclusives, but they're things that I got autographed at the show. So let's start with the first one. Another figure. I actually bought this from Diamond Selects again, so they got a good chunk of my money this year. And that is the Daniel LaRusso Cobra Kai figure signed by Ralph Macchio, who was at the show. Look, we've talked about Cobra Kai on the show. Me and Will, we both love it. I love the original Karate Kid. I love all the movies. I love the TV show. So this was, once I found out Ralph Macchio was going, I had to get an autograph. And I was super happy to find this at the convention because, Frank, I couldn't find my Karate Kid pop. I have the Karate Kid Funko Pop of Daniel LaRusso. I went through a ton of boxes. I went through my storage unit, could not find the pop anywhere. So I kind of last minute had to run to Gentle Giant and grab this figure to get autographed. And thank God they weren't sold out. So shouts out to you, Gentle Giant. You guys came in the clutch, but you can see it there. He wrote Fine Balance on it. Really nice guy in person. I was able to talk to him for a couple minutes, even kind of blended away from Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. We wound up talking sports about the Jets. We're both Jets fans. And that was really it until they kind of kicked me off the line and told me that you got to go. So really awesome interaction with Ralph Macchio. Great guy. Super happy to meet him. And the last piece I want to show you guys, as you can see, is a Funko Pop. And it is Brendan Fraser from The Mummy. He was signing at the convention. What a nice, really nice guy. He apologized for being late, even though he was early. His line was completely packed, and it's great to see him kind of making that comeback because, look, if you're my age or maybe even a little bit older, a little bit younger, these Mummy movies were classic, especially that first one. I even like the second one. We don't really need to talk about the third one because that kind of went off the rails a little bit. But that first Mummy movie is just a classic, and this was kind of a random pop that I had just picked up. I remember pre-ordering it when the wave went live for pre-order. I think it was Entertainment Earth. So they made 3 of them. You can see right there, it was Rick, Itmotep, and Evelyn. And the fact that he was going to the convention, I had to get this signed too. Like I said, love that first movie. It's an absolute classic. I'll argue better than the new Mummy movie with Tom Cruise, but that's a different podcast and that's a different episode. So that's kind of that's the last piece. Like I said, not a huge haul, if you will, but some pieces that I'm super happy to get. Love the gargoyle pieces from Mischief Toys. Love the Thrawn piece. Love the Boba Fett. Honestly, I love everything I bought. Overall, the convention was awesome. Like I said, it was super fun. A little bit busy for me on Saturday. A 250,000 people walking around the Javits Center. Not for me. But if you're able to go Thursday and Friday, those are the days you want to get in. Especially if you're looking for exclusives, because those are the least busy days. So luckily I was able to go those 2 days, knock out all the stuff I want, and kind of just hang out and walk around the con. And it was, it's always good to go to these shows and be around people who are kind of celebrating the same thing that we all celebrate here, every week. And overall, like I said, really enjoyed the event. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, kind of check in. Again, apologize for the delay in content. Will and I are coming back strong. We're going to be pumping out content. A couple days, there's going to be another big show, maybe even some extra videos during the week just to keep going, And again, thank you for all the support as always, and look forward to more stuff coming. We're gonna, if you like all these kind of reviews and hauls, let us know. Between me and him, we're always buying something. If you guys want to see us talk about what we're buying, what we're getting in, you want to see some reviews about it, let us know in the comments. As always, if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps us. We love all of it. Any comments, we'll reach back to you guys. If you don't want to comment and you want to give us a follow on Twitter, please follow at VSG Podcast. You can see it right on the screen. Give us a follow, shoot us a DM, talk to us. We'll get back to you guys. If you want to send us an email, as always, you could do that too at vsgrowthpodcast@gmail.com. shoot us an email. We'll get back to you. We're going to try to reach out to anybody and everyone who reaches out to us. So let us know what you like. Let us know what you guys don't like. If you were at NYCC, tell me how you liked it. I'll reach out to you. We'll talk about our experience, what you did, what I did, what you didn't get, what I didn't get, what you got. So reach out. Let us know what you guys are thinking. And look, as always, thank you for stopping by. Stay tuned for more content coming very, very soon. Thank you guys. Have a good one.